Hello, everybody, and welcome in to the SFA Season 12 Week 9 Bear Cave. We got an early morning Sunday. In a couple months, football will be back, so after an early game day like this, we would have a full slate of football right after. But yeah, thanks for joining. Let me know if you can hear me. If you don't know what the SFA is, it's an online dynasty ran entirely through Discord. You don't need the game. You can recruit, set depth charts, set schemes, hire coordinators, all sorts of stuff, including like server games and a fully functional fantasy football and sports book. So if that seems like fun to you, feel free to join any links in our descriptions. And if you do watch live, you might run into an ad or two. It is because we are affiliated. If you don't want ads, feel free to drop a Twitch Prime. It's completely free. Just link your Amazon account, and all of that revenue goes towards buying somebody a national championship trophy if they win it. Good morning. You can hear me. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right. Well, D-Sleep, welcome in. Your game is first up. Senegal. Nice. So FSU is going crazy from Senegal, I guess. All right. So we're going to get started here with BearCave. As always, if you want a little bit more bonus content for Patreon, feel free. This week's watch party was very close, came right down to the wire. And the game right after this, we got number 4 Nebraska, number 7 Iowa State. So that one's going to be a lot of fun. But we're going to start here in Army in North Texas, D-Sleep versus Coolio's old team. And then we got Denmark. I love how we have people who are all over the world. That's kind of cool. All right, so D-Sleep, heads or tails, kick or receive. We're just going to jump right into Bear Cave here this morning. And for those of you that care about the sports book, Army came into this game as 7-point favorites, and the over-under for this game is 53.5. The TC Algo says the over shall hit, so we will see. Last time we saw North Texas on Bear Cave, it did not go well, so see if you can put up a little bit better of a fight. Except, to be fair, Wisconsin's a great team. I lost to them in overtime, so. Welcome in, Dogwater. Love the Army entrance here. We saw him on Watch Party a few weeks ago, even though it was at Navy Mitchie Stadium. And shout out to the, I forget the name, but TC's Dynasty Challenge or whatever. All right, so he said tails and receive. And they lose the toss. All right, hopefully that's the only loss D-Sleep takes here this morning. All right, as always, a Bear Cave game. We sim to the fourth quarter, see if it's close, and then we'll jump right in for gameplay. Oh, D-Sleep starts out with a touchdown. All right, 7-0 early on. And looks like this one might be a very defensive game. Does not look good for the algorithm. We're only at 10 points here at halftime. You do not like to see that. Oh, God. All right, there you go. Come on. Oh, my God. So, while D-Sleep, I'm happy for you. I'm losing 3K because you're actually playing defense for once. This is disgusting. Okay, so they get the touchdown here, and they get the 2-point conversion. So, as always, we're going to jump in at the 2-minute mark. So, here we go. 3rd and 19, North Texas. Can they finish it out? We are far away from a cover, so we need our Army to send this to OT, and he's sacked. Kevin Utley goes down. 4th and 25. Can't get much worse than that. All right, so they are going to bring out the punt unit, so Army will have a chance here. They are going to return it. They're going to be well across the 50. It goes about to the opposing 44. Not a good start for the algorithm if this game holds. We need Army to to get a field goal, send this to OT. All right, Julian Kemp dumps this one off. There's Major Cash, SFA player. Stivvy's a man. Major Cash, his first touch of the day. Disappointing SFA player. He was supposed to be very, very fun, very good. Wasn't. 2nd and 2. Plenty of time left here. Kemp. He's taken off and he's smoked. Oh my. Jason Johnson. Have yourself a day. 3 tackles for loss. That's massive. All right, 3rd and 8. They're going to have to start throwing it now. Safety coming down to the box. The safeties are the best part of this team as he connects over the middle. Michael Davis. All right, it looks like they are pushing field goal range, so now we got to cheer for D-Sleep to get a stop. Minute left, 2 timeouts. Julian Kemp, they're bringing a blitz again, and he delivers over the middle, and this time it's dropped. Had a crazy game day so far. We had Boston College lose. We had Clemson be played close by Wake. All right, 2nd and 10. They've not run the ball yet. Here it is, the triple option. Here's the Army we know and love. As Kemp, oh my. Doesn't risk the pitch. 3rd and 2. So this is North Texas's big chance here. And handoff, Ruddy Rogers up the gut. He stiffies a guy, and that's a fresh set of downs. All right, this is getting risky now for North Texas. Are they going to blow this game? A 14-3 lead. 1st and goal. Kemp, he's taken off, and he runs over a guy. It's still going to count as a sack. Trey Brown, a very physical game so far. Every hit has been massive as we're going to... Okay, now we're getting a spike. So a 3rd and goal here. So this is North Texas's big chance. Just don't give up the touchdown. 3rd and goal. Once again, bringing a blitz. This time it's a screen pass touchdown, Ruddy Rogers. Army takes the lead with 34 seconds left. What a play call. They saw that North Texas has been blitzing their ass off all game long, and they whip out the slip screen, and it works. So now North Texas is on their back foot. They're up 14-3, gave up 15 unanswered. And now they have 34 seconds left to figure it out. Plenty of time. You have 34 seconds, 3 timeouts. However, you do need a touchdown. Come out in the pistol, Kevin Utley, the transfer from Wisconsin. Hands it off here. That's Taquan Twiggs, SFA running back. Second and 5. Dumping it off. There's a first down. Shannon American, the transfer from San Diego State. Remember, watch out for Kenzo Carter, bottom of your screen. This guy, this corner is insane. So if he tries to yam it deep on that side, it's probably over. 1st and 10, another draw play. Interesting, clock's running now, so we're not quite sure what North Texas is doing. But 11 seconds left. I guess they just trust Taquan Twiggs that much. 3rd and 6. 11 seconds left. And another handoff. What are we doing? Oh, Lordy. And there's the final timeout. So I guess that they are trusting the Yam for the win. 60 yards. They wanted, I guess, to get it to right hash for... And they hand it again on the last play of the game. Oh, no. What is North Texas calling? One of the biggest chokes we've ever seen on stream. Not even throwing a Hail Mary. D-Sleep in shambles, man. I'm so sorry. No, we've never seen a team just not go for the Hail Mary. So Army wins outright. They did not cover. They only won by 4, but a big comeback. The under hits, so the algorithm not off to a good start. We're now 7-2 in confident games, so that's kind of sucky, but it's all right as long as we go positive for the week. D-Sleep's gonna have to answer to that one. Maybe Kevin Utley had an injury and he couldn't throw it. Whatever the case, that was rough. (18-14) for North Texas. A beautiful screen to win it. And then it just, you know, just an interesting way to end the game. North Texas is truly tanking for Tua. I feel like that could be a fireable offense if that was a coordinator. Yeah. All right, so Twigs, he started out well. Kevin Utley got himself, and then just, you know, 2 scores late for Army, got it back. Kevin Utley, he only threw it 17 times for 60 yards, so he definitely wasn't having himself a day. 35% completion. That's disgustingly bad. I'm not sure what's going on down there. Shannon American got 3 of them. And on defense, you got a ton of sacks. Holy hell, you got 5 sacks. 1 from Shea Dickerson. No interceptions, though. Julian Kemp, 17 for 33, 192, 2 touchdowns. Ruddy Rogers got over 100, and he got that receiving touchdown. Major Cash, only 1 reception. And hold up, let's see the we got Buzz Modella, 4 pancakes, and then Orlando Moss, the former ECU player. And then on defense, they also had 5 sacks. Kenzo Carter, did he do anything crazy? No, does not look like it. And did Mort Knudsen have a sack? He did. Mort Knudsen. All right, so that is the first game of the day. As always, I got to get my screenshot here. Happy for Taquan Twigs. Not happy for this North Texas offense. Never betting on a North Texas result again. That was horrible. They just pulled a South Alabama on me. All right, so next game up is we have LSU and Vanderbilt. So this is a big game for personally my sports book. I have it in both, obviously, my algorithm and also my Sickos parlay. So I know Emmett's here, but is Skyflyer here? I don't think so. So Emmett, heads or kick or receive. Skyflyer, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive, and give you guys like 5 seconds, and then I'll just go with Vanderbilt. So he said kick. All right, so that's who we're going with. Yep, so this game is 6.5-point favorite for LSU on the road. And the over-under is 52.5. And TC Algo bet the over here. This is by far the easiest choice for the Algo to make. This is borderline putting 5K on the line. They thought that this was... Algo thought this one is a very, very low line for this game. So we'll see. Yeah. So Nick, the Algo thinks that this is about 13.5 points below what it should be. So we'll see. Yeah, and I haven't read any of the breaking news or any of that. I saw it right as I started posting games. People were popping off, so I'm not up to date on the lore. But Emmett is going to kick. All right, Skyflyer and Vanderbilt, two teams that have had very rough stretches here in the middle of the season. LSU kicks us off with a touchdown. All right. And all of a sudden, why is nobody scoring today? There we go. Come on. So LSU, at halftime, we're not looking too good. There we go. Okay, there we go. Vanderbilt, get back in this. All right, we're at 48. Another touchdown wins us this. That was a big third quarter. There we go. All right, the over hits. We can relax. All right, but it doesn't look like Vanderbilt is really coming to play here today. LSU with the stomping. And that did not go well for Emmett. After starting out 3-0, he only puts up 10 points. Terrell Pryor gets a couple oh my God, Terrell Pryor, baby. And then Tavion Galloway got one as well. So Terrell Pryor, 2 receiving touchdowns and a punt return. All right, so Motley, not a terrible day here today, but definitely not as good as he has been putting up. Couple sacks here. Griffin, he's been a stat machine so far. Didn't get any extracurriculars. Only 2 sacks. All right, and then let's take a look at LSU, who gets the cover. Big day for Joe Munoz. And then Keller, not that great of a day. 2 tutties for both Gold and Pryor. Tavion Galloway. And then Thornburg gets a sack. No interceptions here. Nathaniel Bandit didn't do anything. So, interesting day. Big score. Looks like the line turned out to be pretty good. All right. All right, next game up is Georgia Southern at FIU. Georgia Southern, bit of a weird team. They beat Michigan State on game day and then lose to Iowa State on BearCave, so not quite sure what we'll get here. Coco, if you're here, heads or tails, kick or receive. Yeah, FIU. For those that care, this is 9.5-point favorite for Coco, and this over-under is 54.5. All right, I don't see him here, so we're just going to get started. FIU has been a thorn in Georgia Southern side as we got some rain here. Got JJ69 out there. All right. So FIU is going to start out with the ball. And they start out with a touchdown. Can FIU hang in here late? This is borderline of a rivalry pretty much, so kind of expect this to potentially be close, as this one is looking to be another low-scoring game. Just no offense to speak of in the second quarter. And no, Georgia Southern scores right before Josh Johnson rushes in for a touchdown. So next one, can FIU bring this one back even? No, they give up another touchdown, so they are down 2 scores. Can FIU get back in this? Does not look very good. No, Georgia Southern gets another touchdown, so this game is looking to be over. As there they go, 31-7. So another stinker here. Georgia Southern covers, and the under hits. All right, so Josh Johnson, J.J. Young, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and then Inners only 87 yards. Parker came in, so that means Trey Inners could be hurt. Or they just went with a very run-heavy day because it's raining. Robbie Tyson gets a sack. Kyle Brookins, no sack. And no extracurriculars for the other SFA guys. And then FIU, 10 of 31. That's never going to get it done. Jelani Smith gets a touchdown. Just nothing inspiring from this offense, only doing 7 points. They did get an interception and a sack here, but didn't help them out. They did keep it close into the third quarter, but Georgia Southern survives. All right. 3 games in. Nothing too crazy quite yet, but sparks are probably going to start flying once we get to the Pac-12, as per usual. Fun fact, if you haven't been watching the last couple of weeks, 2 weeks in a row we've had 4 overtime games. So back-to-back 4 OT games. All right, there's Jay Sow. All right, here we go. Now we got California and Washington. Coach Damien. Tails and kick for his game. You're going to have to remind me, because that game is far away. All right, Chad Blunt taking on Damien. Damien, if you're here, heads or tails, kick or receive, or just kick or receive. Hate to break it to you, B-Dog, I think that's more an Arkansas State thing than a Southern Miss thing. All right, Chad Blunt and Washington. Winner of this game definitely getting ranked and pretty much controls their own destiny in the North. Cal and Washington both been to the playoff. Last few years they've been trading off. All right, so this is our push game of the day, and if you care about the over-under for this one was 62.5. Very too close to call, so don't see anything from Damien. So as always, if we get a choice, we'll kick. We do not get a choice here today. All right, first quarter. Both these teams are incredibly dangerous. We've seen a multitude of times this season, but they start out a little light here. These are both very high-powered offenses, but now we're starting to warm up here. 21-28, Cal takes a 2-score lead as we head to the third quarter. Washington battling back here. You know they aren't going to go away easily, if you remember that Arizona game. And they extend it back to two scores. All right, so can Cal close them out on the road? We're going to go just play-by-play here because they are threatening to make it a 1-score game. Can they get into the end zone? 4th down. We can't jump in quite yet just because it's not a 1-score game. 4th down again. Can they finally get in there? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh boy. They got the ball back, though. Can they punch it in? They do with 51 seconds left. We got to watch the extra point so we can watch the onside. Unfortunately, they burned the timeouts. Boom. So we currently are at 50. That's 63. So the over hit. So over under was spot on for this one. Now, can they extend it? No. Cal recovers, likely ending this game. We are going to have to watch the kneel downs. So you get a little bit of Chad Blunt action. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at the extracurriculars. Tackling Chad Blunt after the whistle. Things are getting chippy out here now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And the offensive lineman just let it happen. Boo. Washington is dirty. Boo. Damian putting bounties out here on one of our rising stars, Chad Blunt. I know, seriously. All right, so Cal escapes, proving once again they're probably still the team to beat in the pack. Chad Blunt missed some time earlier in the season with an injury. They lost a game or two, but they are well still in position to make a playoff run. They're only at 2 losses. Look at this. Oh, no, that wasn't the one. What an extra point. All right, so let's see how this one. Toth got a touchdown. Seymour ran it a bunch. Stat-wise, Joe Davis, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. No SFA players on this team, but 3 guys with 10-plus tackles. Man, look at this. They really like to share the love. Lots of guys with 4 tackles. All right, Chad Blunt now. He got 2 touchdowns here through the air, and he did not add any on the ground. 2 touchdowns for Seymour. Toth only 2 catches. D-Sleep in shambles. All right. So now we're headed on to the Sickos game of the week, which is a couple very surprising teams in the MAC. Bowling Green and Ball State both only have 1 loss. Arguably, both are better than Buffalo. They both have quality losses. So, could the winner of this game be the front runner in the MAC? I can't even say that one with a straight face. Sometimes the ECU propaganda is even a bit too much for me. All right, Sicko's game. Here we go. I know what our prediction for this game will be. So, will Aqib Talib get an interception? If you guys don't know the story of of Aqib Talib, he was recruited by Coach Rick over at ASU. Tampered to Michigan State, was buried on the depth chart, and then transferred again on his own to Ball State. So will Aqib Talib here today get himself an interception on BearCave? Turns out being a 68 overall is better than being a 95 overall like ECU. Will Aqib Talib get himself an interception? Ball State actually has 2 SFA players, both on defense, EJ Gootley and Aqib Talib. Bowling Green has 0. Alright, gotta wait for this poll to end. As always, we have a crazy fun game day coming, and there's injuries involved. Nebraska on their 3rd string running back, which I believe is their fullback, going to be starting, and then Iowa State does not have Heisman winner Kiko Strong. So it's going to be a wild top 10 game a little bit later on. But first, obviously, we've got sickos to worry about. Ball State, Bowling Green. And at home, Bowling Green is a 4-point favorite. And the over-under in this game is 52.5. The algo thinks that this will hit the under. Ooh, Bowling Green bringing out the brown uniforms. You know what? I'm going to say it. I like Bowling Green. If I were ever to leave ECU, I would consider going to Bowling Green, bringing them a natty. All right, big game, as big as it gets here from action. Deutz L. Perry Stadium. Not even a stadium, really. Just looks like this is just smack dab in the middle of nowhere. Wild stadium construction. There's Aqib Talib. He's white in this universe. Soon, Nick, soon we will win. So Bowling Green starts out with a tutty at home. Ball State responds. All right, good first quarter by both teams here. And Bowling Green gets back the lead. Can they extend it? They do. All right, 28 points here in the first half. Next quarter, can Ball State get this ball back? Okay, but then a quick touchdown, and the over hits. Another loss for the algorithm, as Bowling Green is stomping them at home here. All right, can Ball State battle back, though? No, Bowling Green too much to handle. And Bowling Green smokes them. Absolutely destroys them. So they just, to Harley. This Harley guy was going crazy. All right, so let's see what exactly went down. Austin Fields, okay day, 46% completion. You don't like that. Dukes, I mean, we don't know any of these guys, so. And then EJ Gootley had 6 tackles. And did Aqib Talib get an interception? No, he did not. Sorry for the prediction. And then he had 3 touchdowns thrown. Jermaine Harley, a junior, 72 overall, absolutely going ballistic. 3 receiving and 3 on the ground. 6 total touchdowns. Over, is this over 300 yards? No, over 250 yards. Oh my God. Bowling Green popping off, carried by their running back. 16 tackles as well. They had 3 total sacks. Harley just going absolutely ballistic. That's probably going to get him player of the week nationally. Let me pay out the bananas. A lot of people said no, so if you're a dummy who picked yes, you did it to yourself. Jermaine Harley. I guess we got to keep that name in the back of our minds for for later on in the year. They could be making a statement this season. Got to think Bowling Green's the team to beat in the MAC. There's definitely not a top 5 team in the MAC, obviously. All right. So next up, we have the Patreon game of the week, and this one is going to be a big one. Coach JT, his first ever game on BearCave at 0-6. This team has scored the entire season combined 49 points. So I can't say this is going to be a big one, but JT, if you're here, heads or tails, kick or receive. This one is going to be disgusting. We got the rivalry here, averaging 8.2 points a game, good for last in the nation. We know that JT basically redshirted his entire starting team. That way, next year he could have a little bit better of a team. So we'll see if it works out for him. Maybe he can get his first career win live on BearCave. I think putting a 10-point spread on this was a little bit low, but that's what you guys chose. You know what? I'm here for a UTSA win. Now, there is a Texas State SFA player on the field, Carson Casey, the outside linebacker. So if we watch out for him. Yeah, I liked your 11.5 point line, but the other didn't necessarily get any love. All right, I don't see JT, so we're going to go heads and kick. All right, they won the toss. Good start, good start. This is arguably the worst team in SFA history. Next quarter, come on. If they can get over 10 points, that's going to be a big W. And UTSA starts us out. They have the lead after 1 quarter. Oh, baby, here we go. Oh, they have a 14-point lead. Come on, UTSA, you can do it. UTSA. For those that care, the over-under for this game was 38.5. And Texas State just not even scoring. Oh, boy, here they come. Oh, 14-13. No, they take the lead. No! A horrific third quarter here for JT. He gave up 25 unanswered. That's what you hate to see. Can he battle back, please? The over hits. JT, no! I don't know what your halftime speech was, but you should have done the opposite. Oh, no, they just... Oh. Well, hey, at least they put up 21. That's the biggest win. They had the lead at the half. Oh, my God. So a 21-point win here for Texas State. They had them. They had them, but this third quarter just obliterates them. Oh, my goodness. 13 of 39 isn't going to win you a ball game. 156 and 2 tutties here for the senior fullback, Chris Smith. So that's their starting running back. This is just not... There's a reason they suck. Oh, man. The entire world was cheering for UTSA right there. Texas State, the sophomore Bruce Smith, decent day. And then 100 yards here for Ken Moss, who's having a really, really good season. If he was a freshman, he would be a candidate for the G5 Golden Ticket, but he's a sophomore, so he's not. And then Carson Casey got a tackle for loss. And we got an interception here for Sean Graham. Very nice, very nice. So, JT, we love that we got the rivalry. We got you on BearCave. Gave up pretty much 42 straight until the end, yep. UTSA is going to be good. Mark my words. Coach JT knows what he's doing. Maybe you just didn't feel confident, B-Dog. Didn't want to risk the point. All right, so this is the point of the stream where ECU gets simmed. Never look forward to it, because if I lose, it's just going to be the worst second half of BearCave of my life. Flynn Saunders and the generational talent abandoned by Dirty Bird. Can they finally do something worth watching? Can they take down the colossal giant ECU on the road? No. Sorry. Get fucked. Get fucking fucked. And Thurman, why are we throwing the ball? Get it to Vanilla Vic. All right. I was worried about that game, but hey, just so you know, I would like the record for everyone to show that with a backup quarterback, ECU beat App State by 24. Pinstripe, missing his linebacker, only beat them by 13. So, just let the record show. All right, Vanilla Vic, 33 yards. What are we doing? Did he get hurt again? Oh my God, Vanilla Vic choking this year. All right. Playoff committee will start after week 13. We'll check injuries tomorrow, but whatever. All right, Arkansas State at Southern Miss. This one is a big one. The reigning Sun Belt champion, two of the best players in the country, taking on B-Dog and Southern Miss. All right, B-Dog, heads or just kick or receive? All right, here we go. Can he finally handle Arkansas State? And we haven't really saw any gameplay yet today. Hardly at all. We've seen a couple, but nothing crazy. All right. Arkansas State is a 6-point favorite here, and the over-under is 53.5. But we care more about Chet Doge, baby. D. Dowis versus Chet Doge, two of the most explosive players in the country. They can take it to the house at will at any second. Oh, Troy was the team. That's right. Arkansas State, though, the reigning Sun Belt champions. Honestly, they have a track to the playoff. If Buffalo loses, they'll have an argument. So we'll see. If ECU or Buffalo loses. I'd love to see Arkansas State in the playoff. I think that'd be fantastic. Because Chet Doge has that playoff experience. And I could just see him going for like 250 yards, 3 touchdowns. Pulling Eli Stowers. All right, but we're here at M.M. Roberts Stadium. All right, so B-Dog wants to kick. He does not win the toss. Chet Doge, him in all of his glory, the reigning SFA Player of the Year. Likely going to win it again. First quarter. And 3 points for Southern Miss. So not a crazy start. Now the Sickos picked the money line here for Arkansas State. And they get 3. So a low-scoring game potentially here. No touchdowns yet. So I think the most surprising stat line of this first half is they've clamped Chet Doge. He normally has like a few 30-plus yard touchdowns at this point. Oh, boy. All right. There's the touchdown for Arkansas State. And they extend it. Oh, man. Southern Miss having the same third quarter as UTSA. Can they battle back? All right, we're getting close. Still a 2-score game. D. Dowis has the ball. They can get back within 1 score here. And they do not. Can they get a stop? There's another touchdown for Arkansas State. Southern Miss, can they at least score a touchdown? No! Oh, my God. This is turning into a bloodbath. Down goes Southern Miss at home. No life whatsoever. They held Chet Doge off the board till the third quarter, but that's where he scored. And honestly, this might be his worst game of the season. So D. Dowis, they ended up having to throw the ball. Couldn't get anything going in the run game. Holding Marcus Anderson only to 46. And Hayford at 9 pancakes, gave up a sack. No Bobby Joe Toot because of the injury. Sack here for Henderson. Quay Camaro, 2 tackles for a loss. Snowden, interception for Coleman. Blaylock only got 2 tackles. All right, let's see what Doge did. Simmons had himself a day. Chet Doge got over 100 yards and a TD. That is like his worst game of the year, so B-Dog, you should be actually pretty stoked about that. And then on defense, what did Kevin Mann do? 2 tackles for loss. So their 2 best players you neutralized. That's actually a big W. It's just they were a little too much in every other facet. Yes, the Sickos parlay is 2 of 2. I'm just salty about my strats aren't working as well. But yes, the Sickos parlay is looking good so far. We just need an Iowa win, which is going to be the hardest part. All right, next up, as we're on the right side of the bracket, Texas Tech taking on Baylor. And Baylor is in a rough predicament. You see Kansas on the screen. They're undefeated in Big 12 play. But Baylor, who's been to 6 straight CFPs, has already 2 conference losses. They cannot take another. So if Texas Tech can get a win here, it virtually eliminates Baylor from the playoff. They need a ton of help. So, Coach Mark, if you're here, heads or tails, kick or receive? I don't think he is here, but Baylor, they need a win here. They survived against TCU last week, but they are back to full strength. They have all their SFA players still. Jamal Okeke. Baylor is a 4.5-point favorite, and if you're betting on this game, like we are, the line is 56.5. Algo thinks the under will hit here. But look at this. I mean, you need a lot of help if you're Baylor. Luckily, they still play Kansas, so they can beat the head-to-head, but they'll need an additional loss from Kansas. So, Kansas controls their own destiny in the South, and then the North is crazy. We'll go over that a little bit later for game day. All right, but Tamir Lovelace, Kenny Garrison, can they take down the behemoth Baylor on the road? Can they virtually end their playoff hopes? Colt Brennan, this team was in the national championship last season. No scores early on. There's Baylor scoring, and they score another one right before. So 14-0 quickly for Baylor, the home team. And boom, 21-0. Oh boy, is this the Texas Tech of old? It looks like it. 28-3 at this point. And a quick touchdown. Baylor, oh my God, Baylor making a statement. And they're hitting the over virtually by themselves. The line is 56.5. And they just obliterated it. Baylor, tired of the disrespect from the media. Tired. They're not the 17th best team in the country. Come on. 63! 63-10. Baylor making a statement. Braylon Burnside, 2 touchdowns. Another one. It looks like Braylon Burnside just got pissed the fuck off. If you picked him in, fantasy, you are a happy camper today. As Tamir Lovelace, 15 of 43, 2 interceptions. I mean, he ran into the Baylor buzzsaw, so can't count him out too hard for that one. Kenny Garrison, only 1 catch. Then on defense, 3 sacks here for Nathan Wagner, but nothing else doing for this defense. But still a fantastic turnaround so far for Texas Tech this year. But Colt Brennan does what he always does. 3 touchdowns, 230 yards. Braylon Burnside, 163, 4 tutties on the ground. And then he added 1 through the air. That is going to be a big-time score for fantasy football. And on defense, Rocky Kalmus. Oh, Tim Wise with 3 sacks. It just seems like they are completely, like my boy Shad Boyko is just eliminated from the box score because they're like triple teaming him. But that's how that cookie crumbles. I'm not gonna lie, my the TC over under algo might go negative for the first time ever. We'll see. Baylor just with an absolute massive game. Honestly, I did not see that coming. I felt like that they were going to fall off here. We shouldn't go negative. It's designed to at least go positive. Like, it should go positive by like a couple hundred coins. But, I mean, we'll see. Nick might have screwed me this week. All right, Iowa at Northwestern. So if Iowa wins, though, the Sickos parlay does hit. So as long as you're tailing both of TCS's algorithms, you should be fine. Jarkus if you're here, or Mush if you're here. Whoever says their kick or receive, whatever first, gets the choice. I don't know if either of them are here, but this is a 3.5-point favorite for Northwestern, who took down Ole Miss last week on the road, and 56.5 over under. We thought this one was too close to call. All right, so as always, nobody say anything, so we're just going to go with the away team and do heads into kick. This one is actually huge for this division. Northwestern, they have already 2 conference losses, so Iowa's undefeated. They are at the top of the division currently. If they get a win here, they have themselves in the driver's seat for a Big Ten championship appearance. Minnesota is in the hunt as well. And Wisconsin, Northwestern, really good. And the only team virtually eliminated, it seems, is Illinois. Just not a good year for Coach Flame. This is probably the worst season he's had since Season 4 or Season 5. Just let that sink in. I don't think he's had more than 4 losses in a year since Season 5. All right, but can Northwestern do it again? Can they keep the winning streak rolling against Jason Richardson and this awesome Iowa defense? First quarter. Iowa starts out with the scoring, and Northwestern gets a field goal. They're hanging in there. Northwestern is the favorite. Low-scoring game here. Northwestern takes the lead, and they take another lead. I don't know what it is about this Northwestern team, but they are ballers. Iowa stays in it. You got to get touchdowns, though. Another field goal as we enter the fourth quarter. Is this going to be a close one? Jason Richardson, get them into the end zone. They do. They take the lead. Remember, we'll jump in around the 2-minute mark if it's still close. Northwestern on a drive. 4th down, though, and they convert. We're getting down to the red zone. Here we go. Can Northwestern take the lead? 2 minutes left inside the 22nd and 14. We're out empty. Foster, 3-man rush. He goes to the end zone. Almost picked. I believe that was Sweeney. Ricky Foster almost throws the game away. Welcome in, Musa Mania. Thanks. Welcome in. Not sure if you're a coach or not, but welcome, welcome. And a draw play as they run over a man and bring him down. 4th and 15. So Northwestern now going to bring out the field goal unit. Interesting choice there. I guess that they were, that they're fine just going for the tie right now. Plenty of football left. So Northwestern to tie this game up. See the Hawkeye at the top of your screen cheering on the road, trying to ramp up the crowd. Yes, it was a bloodbath. Baylor destroyed them. And the kick to tie the game. And he missed it wide right. Northwestern. Coach Mush in shambles. Oh, no. That's why you recruit kickers, baby. So a few first downs and Iowa will win this game. All right there, buddy. I'll have you know, Nick, Roberto Aguayo missed the field goal that set up Hale Heimlich. So your little dig is wrong. You were there for it. So, boom, roasted. All right, handoff to the left side, and that's another first down. A lot more. Davis down the sideline, and he is going to score, adding insult to injury. Dan Davis. All right, so now that we are outside of 2 scores, we have to go back to this style. So can Northwestern get a touchdown? Oh my God, they do. But time expires. So that's going to end the game. There's no chance. So Iowa is going to win by 3. Does that impact the over-under? Was it 27-24? No. So 51. So the under still hit. So that did not matter for those of you that picked the under on that game. And Northwestern was the favorite. So that was not a bad beat. Yes, Pinstripe. I told you. Baylor won 63-10. It was a bloodbath. Are you listening? Yeah, that would have been a very bad beat. But that wide right was critical for Northwestern. And then Dan Davis down the sideline for 68. Masterclass. I cook you chicken tenders with Old Bay seasoning and French fries for lunch. Thank you. I don't know what Old Bay seasoning is, but I love a good chicken tender. You can never go wrong with that. However, over on where I am, it's 8:20 in the morning, so I'm not exactly sure how those would taste. Never had chicken tenders this early. But Jason Richardson, not a good day, but they still got the win behind Dan Davis, 242. My God. Jason Foreman, 8 pancakes. And then on defense, Tom Ackerman, Donnie Tate. No sacks or anything for this defense. So kind of interesting how they figured out a way to win here. Let's take a look for Northwestern, Coach Mush. Ricky Foster, 3 TDs. You'd think that Northwestern got this win, but not exactly great on the ground. Pope had himself a day. My God. 3 touchdowns, 169. Now on defense, 12 tackles, 3 tackles for loss. They got 2 interceptions. So it's just, I guess, just not shutting down Dan Davis was the problem. All right. So the Sickos parlay hits this week. You are welcome to my loyal followers. I think we had 3 Taylors this week. So I believe now if you've tailed every week in the Sickos parlay, you'll be up 17K. It might be less. I don't know how much this week's paid out. All right, a few more games left. Or no, one game left here. We got Syracuse and Florida State. So let's go find it. Somebody was telling me what he wanted, what Florida State wanted, so let me know while I get the prediction set up. As always, the last prediction is going to be who wins. Do you think Syracuse is going to take this home, or is it going to be FSU? So you got 1 minute here. Get those Babanas rolling. He wanted tails and kicks, so he's at home. So he just wants... All right, so he just wants kick. All right, so a weird start. Welcome in, D-Rev. First-time chatter. You love to see it. If you're a coach, let me know what your name is in server. If you're Rev. But pretty sure he's spoken in here before. But yeah, you got Syracuse, who's kind of been an up-and-down team. And then FSU started out terrible, but they've been destroying all ACC competition. It's all right. You got Radix, Keely Radix. He's gonna be better than Dierico. Trust. All right, here we go. Well, you're missing out, Mr. Rev. This is the greatest game ever invented, especially with revamped. And we have a fully functional Discord for coaching. So Syracuse against Coach Jackie Moon in FSU. This is a big one. Lots of SFA players on both sides. No, he's not better. I'm just trying to make Zach feel better. Yeah, better than Leaf. For sure, Keely Radix will be better than Leaf. I 100% almost just said the name of a different quarterback in this class that has not been revealed yet that I thought you got. So, Zach almost getting recruiting info out of me. It almost left my lips. It was so close. Like, at the tip of my tongue, I was like, wait. It's Keely Radix that he got, not this other guy. And speaking of recruiting, that will all come today. The sweepstakes for Fedro Batista. Who is ready for some Batista bombs, huh? Yes, sir. We are on revamped. It's a lot more jersey combos. All the UI is updated. It's a lot of fun. A lot of the stadiums were enhanced. So here we go. For those of you that care, before we start, this is the primetime game of BearCave. 3-point favorite for FSU. And then the over-under is 55.5. So next quarter, how will this game turn out? Florida State starts us out early. They get another one. All right, so 21 points in that first quarter alone. Not good for the algo. We need the under to hit. And all right, so we're at 35 here. We need a low-scoring second half if we can handle it. Tie ball game now. All right, so we head to the fourth quarter. As always, we're going to sim to the end to see if it's close or not. And we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. They added a field goal. And can they? No, they do not. So we are currently at 45. 55.5 is the over-under here, so we are still looking good. We're just going to keep simming till we get close. Can Syracuse battle back? This would be a massive win for FSU. They have the ball. Can they finish this game? Here we go. FSU has the ball and the lead, so Syracuse has to get a stop right here. And Dierico keeps it. Oh, my. Oh, look at the cuts from Dierico Claxton. First down. He makes the corner look like a fool. We thought he was not looking all that great on that run, and then he makes the craziest cut of all time. Not known for his running ability. As now they got to start using those timeouts. And one more first down likely ends this game. Second and 8. One timeout left for Syracuse. They could probably get the ball back with about a minute left. Down 6 likely. Handoff now. And it goes down Sky Hill. So 3rd and 6. Now here's the thing. If you're Florida State, do you throw the ball here? Because if they stop you, Syracuse getting the ball back, down 1 score. But if you throw it and it's incomplete, you're giving them even more time. So Jackie Moon, he's going to throw it. Free rusher, and he's hit. 4th and 14. Does that knock him out of field goal range? Tim Summers. 4th and 14. No, they're bringing out the field goal unit, but this is a long one. 45 yards. Right in the middle of the field, though. Clock is running. They're going to take this down to about a minute. So the kick is good. So Florida State extends the lead to 6. Syracuse is still down 1 score, but no timeouts. So for the over-under, we're currently sitting at 48, and the over-under is 55.5. So we're looking good. Even if they score a touchdown, we should be fine. So if you tailed the TC algo, you should be okay. You should go positive as 2 of our 3 Tier 2 confidence went through, assuming there's no craziness. So this is Rich. He's yamming it to the sideline. Oh, my. And they're calling it first down, so clock stops. So that was a massive spot here for Syracuse. Clock stops, allows him to get up to the line. Adam Rich, he is having himself a crazy day. 24-42, 3 touchdowns. Watch out for Charlie Heaton, top of your screen. SFA, wide receiver, and he's sacked! Clock is now running. Sack's the worst thing that could happen. Scott Bowman. So 30 seconds left here. Florida State having the kind of the midseason rise of the season. They started out terribly. Lost to Northwestern first week. They ended up losing somewhere else, and now they rattle off, I believe, 4 in a row. But it's not over yet. 3rd and 17. He's floating that, and it goes over everybody's head. Ja'Cory Williams was in the area. 4th down, game on the line. Watch out for Ja'Cory Williams, number 31 at the free safety position. Lashad Weeks at the top of your screen as well. And they bring a blitz. They dump that off, and they tackle him short. Bruce Sellers sells the game. He didn't get to the yard mark, and that is going to do it. Jackie Moon goes to 6-2, assuming he doesn't throw a pick 6. No timeouts left. D'Erico, look at him go. All the homies like Claxton. Who is going to be the best quarterback in this class? Because Flynn Saunders doesn't look like it. The generational talent looks to be a bust. So we'll see. Is D'Erico the guy? Oh, and look at them. I've never seen them doing the arm chant. That's crazy. I love that. I didn't know that there was specific celebrations in this game for teams. That's cool. Because you don't see other teams doing that arm. $27-21. The under hits, baby. So we made money if you are a tailor. Not a lot of money, but you know what? We went 2 of 3 there. My big parlay didn't hit, the one that's the real money maker, but that's all right. Going 2 of 3 is all that matters. So as always, guys, we're We're going to look at the players of the week, or look at the stats, and then we'll go through next week's games. Week 10. Which will be the last week before we can start doubling up game day games. The Tomahawk Chop. All right, here we go. Florida State. Leuha had a touchdown. Leuha had 2. All right. So let's take a look. De'Erico Claxton, 21 of 29, 259, 2 touchdowns. Fantastic day from the freshman. Scott Hill got over 100 yards. Leuha, Monera Leuha, 133, 2 touchdowns. Best game of his young career. The senior, Terry Nichols, only 50 yards. Then on defense, we got a sack here from Payne. And Cody Stallone didn't do much. Lashad Weeks didn't do much. And don't even see our boy Corey Williams. He didn't do anything. Syracuse, Adam Rich, 3 touchdowns, 259. Will Moore. And Bruce Sellers, Charlie Heaton here, the SFA player. Fergus Sinclair, going to be a top 5 pick. Big time, 5 pancakes. And then the defensive end, 2 tackles. Dewey Deeks, one of their last SFA players on defense, 6 tackles. And nothing else really to speak of. Well, Jerry Schmierman, so he's in the portal. You got Flynn Saunders. Let me just pull it up, so I don't look like an idiot. I always have my database, like, right here. All right, so last season's quarterbacks were Flynn Saunders, De'Erico Claxton, Jerry Schmierman, Sal Easton. So, Sal Easton, he's having a good year in Texas. And then Tamir Lovelace, who we saw against Baylor, he's having a good season, just not today. And that's the thing about the freshmen. They always just kind of go up and down. Cyrus Lloyd, who's in, you know, the depth chart woes at Tennessee. And then Jaws Patterson at Pitt. And then, obviously, Rex Beavers. So, this is actually shaping up. It seems to be a really, really good quarterback class, despite Flynn Saunders not being as good as we thought. Oh. Gamara's class. Gotcha. Gamara's class was Tavarius Trace, who's been a massive 5-star bust. Sorry, Yui, it's true. Josh Gamara, Slade Roden, who's actually starting to play well at Minnesota. Jamar Siggins, who is quarterback at Missouri. Bishop Moore at Tennessee, he's pretty good. CJ Irons, Choke Job Irons. And then, do we have any other guys? And then as far as Chad Blunt was in Gamara's class, JT Redwine, Terrell Remmers was in his class as well. So, really good quarterback class there. Chad Blunt's probably the best one. Yes. Remember the payout? And as is tradition always, man, everybody went FSU. Was that obvious of a pick? I mean, I felt like I was just being a little bit biased, but shit. Check head-to-head, buddy. All right, so let's just make sure this is the last game. It is. All right, so previewing Week 10. Week 10 is the last week where you have to have a unique game day matchup. So starting Week 11, we can start to rewatch teams as needed because we're going to start gearing up for the postseason and really starting to figure out who's going to be in the playoff. So Kansas, Texas Tech is a decent game. Pittsburgh, Georgia Tech. BYU, Tennessee. Arizona, Stanford. Stanford's having a great couple of weeks. So this looks like we might have a bit of a sickos game day. Coastal, UCF, maybe. I don't know. Clemson, Syracuse could be good. We haven't seen the #1 team in the country yet on BearCave or on stream. Texas A&M, Ole Miss. That cannot. Remember, this is going to be the last week of unique games. Notre Dame, Navy. Michigan, Michigan State. Michigan, I wish they were good, man. They have the roster. They just haven't been good in quite quite a while. North Texas, South Carolina. That is a sickos game day if I've ever seen one. Iowa, Wisconsin. That could be fun. Wisconsin does not have a game day yet. Arkansas, Tulane. Tulane lost this week, so they're probably going to drop out of the rankings. All right, so that is going to end BearCave stream. As always, I'm going to take about 5 to 10 minutes, go to the bathroom or whatnot, and get all the overlays and stuff set up for game day. As always, thanks for watching another BearCave. This one was a little bit tamer than usual. We've had a couple wild weeks in a row, but that means game day is going to be wild. So Nebraska and Iowa State coming up next. Come on back here in a couple of minutes. Thanks for watching.